Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday episode of our daily stock market insights. Today is April 21st, 2020, and a lot of actions happening as we speak right now. But we'll talk about that in a little while. And yeah, let me just invite the rest, okay? Hi, guys. We are now live in YouTube. Oops. For our daily. There you have it. Okay, good evening. Sorry I was late. What's your Instagram group? I would like to join. Is there a way we can create a group in Instagrams? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know how. Oh, there, I saw it. Add a group. Yeah, I just saw it. This one? Groups are great for meeting new people. Yeah, maybe I can create this. I just saw this. Maybe that's a new feature. Hi, good evening, Paul. Sorry, I was late. I was wrapping up my meeting, but it extended. My goodness, so busy. Is Johan said good evening. Z, is SSP okay still to buy? Wala na po ba pag-asa si pizza? Why? Let's check. SSP pizza. Hi Ed, thanks for subscribing. Ed Despida, let's welcome Ed to the group. Sold all my positions today except for Dito and Tech, Johan. So I bet you are so profitable today, huh? Let's see. Good evening, JFC from R. Derek. Okay, great. Thanks from Z Dito IDC. Okay, so let's check out Dito, Tech, and IDC. Okay. Right, I think we have 5 requests that we can start with for our review. Okay. So far, no additional requests from our Instagrams. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Let's set up our tools first. So if this is your first time here in our live stream, we actually do this every day, and I try my best to do this at a specific time of the day at night. But as of the moment, I cannot commit to a specific time, but I surely update everyone. I try my best to inform everyone first before the actual live, so at least you can prepare and free up your schedule as well. Okay, let us talk about PSEI. Okay, so PSEI looks like so previously we plotted our support in this area for our index, right? And currently we are sitting at that area, but with how the volume is looking or is looking at the moment, looks like there's a high selling pressure that is really about to happen or that will continue to persist. So I'd like to add another layer of a possible area of support in case this gets broken by tomorrow. I'd like to put it here. Okay. The reason why I said that, for our index, you had a possible area of support here. This used to be a resistance as well, and you're very near your MA20 line. So if that gets broken, because this is a significant volume, it's starting to show more volume, a bearish volume, that is, because more people are selling, it might revisit this line. Um, and once we hit this level, we try to gauge again and see if it might continue to go further downwards. And at the moment, the most that I can see here as a dip would be going back to this level, which is your previous bottom. Okay, so why are we talking about index? Because these major companies, they're all listed in the index, so there's a big chance that the performance of these stocks, around 30 of them, will also have the same fate as what we see in the index right now. But definitely, let's go through it one by one, because it's best that we see the chart. Okay, so let's start with SSP. There, SSP for 3 days, it has given us signals that it is a bearish formation at the moment. So I think that let's use this as our next possible area of support. Okay, used to be a resistance here, a support here. Also, there was a bounce happened at this area. Okay, now that's a possibility for this stock. It might revisit this area and go up again. Okay, now if you also know how to use a Fibonacci retracement, in some occasions it won't reach that, but let's find out. There could be a possibility that it will. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, so these are your areas of bounce, possible areas of bounce. This, and the lowest that I can see here is the 0.5 level, which is sitting right at your MA20 line. Okay, so just be extra careful. Although, look at this, your volume is declining as it goes down. So maybe it will try to observe the 1 peso level, because we might see some stabilization right in this area, and who knows, we might see a green candlestick tomorrow around the 1 peso area, and it bounces. But if it breaks that, then you know the areas to catch it. Pizza also, this is a bearish candlestick. This is an engulfing candlestick. The reason is because this is much bigger in terms of the body, and it is engulfing the tiny little green candlestick right over there. So this is a signal that we might have more actions going down, and let's see if it will make a bounce in this level around 5.27 area. This used to be a resistance here. See that? 1 used to be a support, used to be a resistance, became a resistance here, a slight overshoot, but again was tested in this level for a resistance, and then one day we broke out of it, and this for me is just going to create a stabilization. It will revisit the previous support and then shoot up again. The reason why I said that it'll shoot up again, because between this price going down against it going up, there's a bigger chance that it'll go up, because we've reached, for me, this is already the bottom. 4.59 is the bottom of pizza. Okay, if it goes back to that area, then that becomes a triple bottom, and if your RSI is still showing an upward direction, then most likely we will just have a bounce again in that specific area. Dito. Dito, just observe, because this for me is a bearish candlestick, but volume is still there, huh? Foreign buying is there. So for those people who are still interested in getting in, I think this is already an area for momentum traders, and momentum traders oftentimes play this at a much faster time frame, and they get in and out within multiple times in a day. So if you really want to play this, 2.08 is for me. You can try it out, but make sure to enter at a much faster time frame. Otherwise, if the market gives you a chance at the very near the MA20 line, I think that for me is the safest entry price, 1.76. I'm more of a conservative player here. This used to be a resistance, support right there. So in several occasions, that area got tested. Okay, 1.76. Thank you for taking time for us. Of course, I'm also learning from this guy, so it's a win-win practice for all of us. Just a minute. Who else do we have here? Alvin said aceph. Okay, and Ed wants us to review EEI. Wang, hello, Miss JD, mrsgi from Q, Kihano. Also aceph from Alvin, and Israel, Maxis smph. Okay, Maxis and smph. URC from Carlos and MBT. Okay, let's do that. Interesting. I'm getting faster at this. When you do this every single day, at a glance right away, you know how to read it. And that's what I'm trying to achieve. And you too, I would assume. Okay, Gito and Tech. Let's check out Tech. Oops. Okay, what can you say here? I see a resistance forming in this level. So it was trying to move up, but it did not sustain. The volume as well is starting to diminish as we move within this resistance area. So I feel that this stock will rest and will most likely touch this level. It'll give you a chance right at this area, 7.28. Okay, just in case the market gives you a chance right there. Interesting. You have a foreign buying happening here. So two things then. If that level gets broken, then you might even have a momentum play there. So if you, let's say, price starts at 9 and then continues to decline, then people are just taking profit. Okay, so 7.28 for me is an area to consider and really observe, because of these resistances that will potentially become your support. IDC. Okay, so yesterday we talked about IDC. I see a very promising setup for IDC, and it managed to move a little higher, right? It even reached 2.28. However, people took profit. Well, for those people who are still interested in getting in here, I'd say MA20 line is a very good opportunity if the market continues to give us a chance right here. So it's just consolidating, and you're still at a very, very promising area, even though that's a red candlestick. It's just giving a chance to everyone. For everyone to get in 1.85 for me is the most ideal. Look at that. Even if um, the volume is so high right there, but it only moved a very like a nominal small movement in terms of decline. Okay, so 1.85, that for me is already a good haggle. ACEPH, this is the resistance that I see. Okay, do you know why? Of course, it stopped right there. This one too. This used to be a resistance. Okay, look at that. So for me, 2.44 is a resistance, and you're just be extra careful. We might still move a little higher, but you're already very close to that resistance. Okay, let me just charge my. Yeah. Okay. So you're very near a resistance. So in terms of risk to reward ratio, you have a higher risk than a possible reward. Your reward is very small at the moment because you're very near your resistance. It's a potential gain of 4%. And if you move downwards, that's a 17% possible risk because it might revisit this area as our support level. Okay, so try to observe first. Don't rush because I think we can still haggle at a much cheaper price if this resistance level is not broken. All right. EEI. We're still sitting at the support level here. You're sitting at MA20 line. Um, Maybe it'll just move. It's just waiting its time, guys. But this is already an area where you should start accumulating. This is best addressed to position traders. Position traders enter at an area where where you are very near a support, and they don't really mind to stay there for a few days, a few weeks, for as long as there is a significant increase in your gain, a profitable setup. So for me, this is a profitable setup for as long as we continue to move above the MA20 line. And with that, we're sitting at it at the moment. We're just 6 cents away from it. Okay, 5.34 is the area of support that we are looking at. mrsgi. Okay, so this is another engulfing candlestick. If that's an 8% increase, and when you are in the Philippine market, 8% is already a significant increase. So if some people would take profit and give you a chance in this area, go ahead. You may grab the opportunity because this used to be a resistance, so we might even have something like this. Okay, so if we continue to move up, we might have like, but for me, I feel that just to be on the safe side, wait for it at this level. I cannot say that it will happen right away tomorrow. I'm not even sure, but tomorrow it's also possible that it will continue to move up. But we've seen so many patterns where it normally breaks your resistance and then slightly move higher, and then after a few days it will go back to that and go bullish again. So your call, you want to enter right away or you wait for it to go back to the area of support before you enter. So if you attended my live session yesterday, so I said I have 3 business reviews for today. So I've been talking the entire day. I've been in a meeting the entire day, and I'm using this language. So I think I'm uh, I'm at the momentum since I've been talking the entire day. And hello, Paul. Can you also give an insights regarding IDC too? Thank you. Hi, Tal. Tal, please. Okay. So you have IDC. We just talked about it. I hope you were able to hear it, but I'll try my best to repeat that. Okay. In the meantime, let's go ahead and add Tal. I've Pati din pala son. Okay. Yeah, sure. Also, I figured out that the chart is saved because you have a saved chart already. Yeah. And you just have to click, I think, this one. So for example, this current setup that you see, I click save and then I put a name on it. And the next time around I launch it, it goes back to mrsgi. So whatever the stock is on the screen, that gets saved. Hello, Miss JD, Aldrin, Warren. Your voice is too cute. Hello, please, Nickel. Yeah, sure. So after Sun, we have Nickel. Thank you. Hi, ma'am. This is my 4th day straight watching you. Cheers to all of us. Could I add Vita and secb? Sure. And fruit for I as me and me as I. Your username is so long. Miss JD, kindly include Mac. Okay. All right. So the next is, since there are like 3 of you guys who requested IDC, let me just very quickly launch that again and talk about it. So 1.85 is the support area for IDC, guys. And I feel that there's a lot of big potential. And we're just in the context of technical analysis. So there's a big assignment for you to do. Study the financials, study the potential of the company, and pair that with technical analysis. Because right now you're at a very promising setup in terms of technical analysis. And pair that with fundamentals, then you won't be bothered every night, if it takes a while for this stock to move up, because you know that this stock is going to move up once this pandemic is over, So yeah, that's the support that we see. So mrsgi maxis. Okay. Maxis. Signs of weakness. Okay, so more declines. We feel that it might revisit your MA20 level right here, 5.05. So I'm not sure at what level you entered at, but definitely you were given 5 days to decide and lock in some profit. But if you're still interested in getting in, just hang in there. Don't get in yet, because I feel that you can still haggle at a much cheaper price. For me, I see 5.05 or a little higher than that would be a good entry price. smph. Same here. smph just doing sideways at the moment. I still would like us to use MA20, which is around 29 peso area, and see if you can see a bounce right there. The most ideal scenario is for you to see a green engulfing candlestick, something like this. It's just sitting right at that area, and then the next possible movement for it is a climb in price. Okay, And the next one is URC. URC seems like this stock is going to give us a chance as well at the MA20 level. You know what? I actually started watching that because I really want to get in this stock. But I'd like to wait for it here, 111, and wait for a green candlestick to be formed here. Okay, guys, so when it touches your support, don't act on it right away. Wait for a confirmation that we are going to have a bounce. Okay, another thing that I really want to mention, and the reason why I wanted to get in here, it's because of this. I want to do some dividend play here come May 27th. You know, wherever it is at the moment, I just want to get in here at a perfect timing. And let's observe what happens around 111.78. Okay. URC MBT. Also might, okay, this might stabilize at the MA20 line. Okay, let's see if a green candlestick will be formed. But this one, we don't know yet. Okay, it's also possible that you know, it breaks that MA20 line and revisits your next possible support right here. So it's best that you plot both next two lines. That way you know when to stop. So let's see. Let's wait for a green engulfing candlestick in either lines here. But look at that, you're already at the bottom. You know what's interesting? If it visits, it goes back to the 35.87 area, because 1, 2, 3, a triple bottom, and if you continuously have an ascending line over here, that's a much even better setup, because that's bullish divergence. So between this and this, I'd rather wait for 35.87. TEL is also giving us some signs of weakness here. This used to be a resistance, and each time that gets hit, there's a rejection that's happening. See this? And each time that gets hit, remember, and then your RSI is also declining. That means the stock is not that attractive anymore. Then it might continue to experience a breakdown in price, but it doesn't go drastically, does not move drastically downwards. It goes in trenches. So let's plot the next possible support. And always, I see MA20 as a very powerful area to always look at. For now, this is a possible area to monitor for a potential bounce in this level. Otherwise, let's plot our Fibonacci so I know which is the next area it could take. Okay, see that? Oh no, a little higher, because the highest is right in this area. See this? Okay, so look at that, just following the line where we plotted it. That's the first area of bounce, second area, third area. Lowest is 0.618, but just want to play conservative, only up to this level. So I'm willing to wait in these areas if you are to consider PLDT. Okay, but definitely for me, that's a sign of weakness already. It might give us some more declines in the coming days. Sun is this is the support that I see, 1.15. Okay, and we're very near that area. Okay, so just hang in there. I think you could still get a how many cents discount here. But if I hope you were already able to take some profit if you have managed to enter here. Okay, but let's see, if you're in it as a long-term investor, maybe you can start adding volume, because this is, I feel that this is already a strong support to look at. Nickel. Nickel, look at that. This is still considered as a constricted Bollinger Band, but starting to show, I feel that it's about to move in an upward direction. In case you want to get in, I feel that this is going to make some bounce anywhere from your MA20 line to wherever it is at right now. Let's plot that here. Okay, just to be a resistance in this level. And you also have an MA20 line there, so 1.59 for me is the best entry price, which is very, very near to where it is at right now. There's also a foreign buying that happened. The next one is, so we have Vita, secb, Fruit, and Mac. Let me check out the others. Maybe you already have added some more. Okay, RLC from Wang. Okay. Paul, thank you, ma'am. Also, ICT. Sun, Paul. Okay, Kim, I hope you were able to hear Sun. I just talked about it. Thanks, Miss JD, for analyzing IDC. I appreciate it. Just got in. Good evening, Miss JD. I am 12. Good evening. FLI and allhc. Allhc. Okay. pcor from that was from Lionel. pcor and shlph from Alvin. bcor and MPI from Paul. Regarding URC, my average price is 122. Should I cut loss tomorrow, then buy again at 111 and 112? 122. 122. I don't really know your profile. Are you in it as a trader or as an investor? Because right now it's already an 8%, no, not yet 8%, a 2.75% decline. But I'm scared to make recommendations where you guys should cut your losses, because it's still you who will I don't know your tolerance to risk. I might impose something and it's not your game, right? So that's a bit scary. I'm just pointing out some possible areas where it could bounce. So if you're willing to wait, let's say a negative of 8%, you're still okay with that, then go ahead and just wait. But if you don't feel comfortable seeing your portfolio negative by 8 or more than 8%, then it's your call. Okay, I'm scared to make recommendations because this is your money. At least you just see that based on my interpretation, I feel that it could continue to go down, and when we reach a 111 area, we touch base again and we talk about it, because we do not know how your RSI would look like, how your volume would look like, and how the candlestick will form. So that's my take. Has she discussed tech yet? I am 12. Yep, I did. But if I still have the energy, I can go back to that later. Maria, hi Miss JD. I tried to change my background as black pero may lumalabas na white lines. That is, so if you want to change the settings, okay, you have to make sure the vertical grid lines and the horizontal grid lines are also changed to black. Because if you do white, it shows that. See that? So you have to change it to black. See that? You have to change it to black. If you also want to remove the watermark, because you see this, it shows the brand of the company at the back in gray. You have to also uncheck that and click OK. So it gives you a clean black background. So I hope I was able to answer that for you, Maria. Miss JD, I think URC dividend has been credited today. Huh? What day is today? URC. From the previous one. From the previous one. Yeah. But there's another one here. This is what I'm waiting for. That's why I wanted to wait at the 111. Because I feel that in just, I'm not sure, maybe within the week, we might be given a chance to enter at this level and then bounce. Okay? That's why we still have to touch base again once it reaches this area. And because you can never tell whatever the news might come out in the next days. So if it drops, it can even reach up to this level, 97.41. Thanks for analyzing, son. Maria, I have solved that last night. Okay, there you go. Good job, Paul. Great, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Miss JD, for reviewing TEL. Hi, Marco. Hi, Cutie. Control S to save it. Oh, Paul has a lot of tricks now. Okay, thank you. If di po kaya, I can always just rewatch. No worries. I think I still have I still have time. It's only 36 minutes after I've started. Thanks, Miss JD, for showing it as well. Nice. Yes, you did answer it very well. Thanks again. Okay, so let us continue. We left off with this going to move, it will just move in small percentages in the coming days. I really feel that it will revisit and give you a chance at 0.82 before it takes off. Okay, but this is already a higher low. Maybe it can give us a much higher high when this takes off. Where could it go next? Because when you're starting to move up, you're normally your support is also following. See that? So just in case, maybe it can give us something like this. Use that line, okay? This being a support, and when it starts to move up, there's a big chance that this area will be used for your resistance. But overall, you're at a healthy level. Just wait for a green candlestick probably to come out to confirm your support area or your bounce. SecB. Same here, very constricted. It's just doing sideways. But again, a constricted Bollinger Band, you wouldn't really know whether it's going to experience a breakdown in price or it will jump. It will create a bounce. So just observe. If you have not gotten in yet, I think a green candlestick would give us a good story, and then from there you can start getting in or start accumulating volume. April 13. This is already done. Okay, so if the release is already April 30, but the X date was April 13. Fruit. Fruit. Well, it might go back here. 1.25. I see a possible red candlestick tomorrow. Okay, you know why I placed it there? I see this area, this area, this area, and this area. Previous resistance became a support right here, but there's a breakdown in price, became a resistance again, and we have successfully, remember earlier I drew something like this. When we have a breakout play, it goes up and it revisits and goes up again. So that's the kind of pattern I am anticipating to be formed in the coming days for fruit. Allhc. Okay, still consolidating, but I feel a little bullish for this stock. You're just sitting within the range of the support area. Um, Anywhere from 151 to where it is at right now, since it is an area to begin with. This is the level that I see at the moment, but slightly higher than that for me is okay, for as long as, let's say, it drops at the 150 area, or this tomorrow it creates a green candlestick, even better. Okay, but you're very very near that area. Just play it by ear tomorrow if you see some volume. Okay, let me write that down, because this, I think this is just about to make that breakout. pcor. So that was this is a bearish signal, guys, so we might continue to dip, and probably give you a chance at the 2.73. This is a doji. Okay, that cross thingy, when you see that very near your resistance area, you might have some more declines, and we might revisit 2.76. Okay, and between this at the overbought versus oversold, you're at the overbought area. This is the oversold area. When it's oversold, it becomes cheap. Okay, this is cheap, this is expensive. The next one is shlph. Anything related to oil. As you can see, was it yesterday? The value of oil dropped to almost zero. So I think there was a video created by one of the creators of Instagrams. They talked about oil, and I was looking at it, looking at the chart. In eToro, you just have to write oil. But here, what's the oil USD? Oil. What's the code for that? I'm used to eToro. Oil. What about in here? Oil. Commodities there. Is this the one? I think this is the one. US crude oil. Yesterday it dropped to, almost zero. So I have a feeling that because shlph is also, right, something to do with oil, almost in the same industry, we're now moving at the lower Bollinger Band, just be very observant because we might experience the same fate as what happened yesterday to oil. Okay, so be very extra careful. If you have not entered yet, um, I suggest do not enter yet. Wait for a green candlestick probably to come out, um, and from there we start accumulating volume. But right now, the sentiment is more on a decline than it going up because look, your that is a bearish candlestick, and also we are moving below the MA20 line with this being a constricted Bollinger Band. You know, when a Bollinger Band becomes constricted and most of the actions are below it, like what happened here, constricted Bollinger Band and most of the action happened below, then drastic decline happened. Okay, so it might continue to move down as well. bcor just moving sideways here, but you know, every day it almost touches the same area. So if you want to do range trading, okay, very very minimal movements. It's just waiting its timing, you know. There's no volume yet. There's just 5 people trading this, so it might take some time before this stock moves on a very significant area. Now let's take a look at MPI. I entered at 2.63. Never mind, it's fine. This company is also a very established company, and I'm just waiting for my turn and my play. Wow, there's foreign buying that happened today. So who knows, maybe tomorrow we'll see a green candlestick. Okay, so this area for me is a support, 2.61. What's this? Okay, let me move up a bit. Okay, naka-average down na ako sa fruit. My God. What's currently at 1.48? What happened? Let me see. 1.48. Can you still manage some more red? I see a 1.25 for fruit. Okay, but guys, not everything I say here could be true. Maybe my accuracy rate is, I don't know, maybe 50-70%, but I have to go back to my video. By the way, best practice that I do that would even further your knowledge and your skill here. So we studied the market today, right? And then we try to forecast what is going to be the movement by tomorrow. Then right after the market closes, I suggest you go back to the video and then watch it again. See what we have done correctly in our insights. Then you practice it. You follow the same. But if some of our insights are negating the actual, then do not follow that. Just get the best practice. Not everything here I say is true. Okay. Can you also give an insight to DNL? Okay, let me add that. No likes? Yeah, guys. Please do like our video. Guys, like din natin video ni Miss JD. Yes, WTI. Oh, there. Thanks, Ed. GFC. So maybe I need to get another monitor so that I could see the comments real time. I was trying to look for the code of oil earlier, so Ed was able to give it here. I'm just using a laptop, so I only have one screen. SEC and Fishbone, SEC, okay. Well, oh, not yet. Have not reviewed that yet. SEC. And of course JFC. We also have JFC. I bet you guys entered at a much cheaper price. I'm a long-term investor for JFC. I didn't bother to exit. My average was at 220 I think, or 215. I'll just add more volume if I see a good timing. Yes po, noted. Aralin muna market. True. I think it'll revisit 1.25 for fruit. Let's see tomorrow if 1.35 cannot hold, just my opinion. 1.25 for fruit. Yeah. So we have the same insight. Noted Miss JD on the best practice advice. Thank you, ma'am. 3,000 likes. Woo! Love it. Yes, please share this to your friends, to your walls. Right. So it's more engaging. It's more fun if you have more people here, and no hyping, guys. I understand a lot of us here are new, and I just give my honest outlook based on what I know. I don't hype. Okay, I'm not like the others because they entered at an area, that's why they're hyping it up. Okay, I'm not like that. I'm even very honest to you guys. I say when I'm on a negative at a certain stock. And I think you already know my profile. I'm more of an investor in the morning because I have a work in the morning. Okay, let's go back. So we're done with MPI. Let's talk about DNL. Oh, a weakness. Might go back to your MA20 line again. Okay, first, let's take a look at this level because there was some consolidation that happened here. So let's see if there's a green candlestick that will be formed here. Otherwise, if there's a breakdown in price, then the next possible drop would be around your MA20 level, which is the 5.08. Okay, so that's the area that we see. You're just right at the mid-range for your RSI. So RSI is still looking healthy. So let's see if it will give us a good bounce tomorrow. And then JFC. JFC might give us some more drop. Let's just wait in this area. Although some people are already buying this, it's fine. But I feel that it'll give us some more opportunities, much better position at the 120 area. But if you're an investor, you're still at a very tolerable area. But no, my heart says it might go back to 120. So just wait for the price to hit that level before you enter. SCC. Very near your possible support. Okay, this is the area which is very near. Okay, so let's wait for a green candlestick to confirm the 11.73 level as our support area. Okay, but which is very, very near. Okay, or if you want to see my rainbow Fibonacci, let's do that. Okay, the lowest point to this area. See, we're slightly higher than oops, let's remove this so that it's not confusing. Ooh, possible area of bounds 12.21, 11.47, or up to here. Okay, but let's just use this. I don't feel good when it crosses the MA20 level. So if it breaks down in price, the next possible drop would be 11.47, and I feel that if it drops further, then you might revisit your 8.60. Okay, so if it doesn't bounce at the 11.47 area, go find another stock. Okay, so let's go back to IDC and tech. 1.85 as we plotted here is our next possible support, and which is really near that area right now. I think, the reason why we have a red candlestick here is that it's just moving sideways. It's just gaining that momentum before it shoots up in price. Wherein 1.85 is your support. Tech, look at that. You're sitting at a resistance area. So I feel that it'll go back to 7.28. The reason why we said that is this, and this. These used to be your resistance. Okay. Now we were able to break that price. So it's just most likely going to revisit that. So this is what we see, and it might go up. Okay. So this one, while we were moving at the resistance area for 3 days, your volume was starting to show, started to show some declines there. See that? Okay, so that is tech. Noted, Miss JD, on the best practice. Thank you, ma'am. +1 for no hyping. Yeah, no hyping, please. Yes, no hype, please. Thank you, Paul. I'm always late. Don't worry. I'm also late sometimes. Ma'am, any insights on FLI? Okay. So, in Investagrams, I said, guys, just have live at 11:45. No, 10:45. And I was able to successfully set up at 11. FLI. Okay, we're sitting at a support area. Okay. Now, in the event it revisits, it's actually very near. It revisits this area. Try to take a look at how this is. Okay, so we start from here. So if it continues to move up, which is showing the same pattern right now, it's moving up. That means momentum is starting to build up, and so chances are when it reaches this 0.90 level, we might see some stabilization again in that area before it goes up, which is very near. I hope your average is also close to 90. So if it is, just hang in there and wait for your play, because you are very near the bottom. And when you're very near the bottom, chances are it'll move up next. Uy, dami ng likes. Yes. As per Kim. Thank you for rallying. Who started that? I'm so used to just a few likes, and I don't really mind. But I appreciate you guys appreciating what we do here. If SEC does not bounce tomorrow, I will sell my position. Okay, I hope your cut loss level is still within your plan. So yeah, for trading, it's best to really and this is just me, and I think this is one of my weakness as well. When I cut my losses, I cut my loss early. But if I failed to do that because for whatever reason, probably I was not able to watch the market, and it declines, let's say, from more than 15%, and I think you also experience this. I'm having a difficult time cutting my loss when it's already a big percentage. So what I do, I just wait. And that is because, that's the beauty. If you have some other source of income and you're not relying on trading as your full, your main source of, income, that way you can just let it stay there. And if You know the fundamentals of the stock, you believe in the stock, that's your reason to begin with why you entered at it, you don't really mind waiting. Okay, and I'm sure people will hear me talk right now and they will say, I totally disagree. So, what can be right for you can be wrong for me. It all depends on your profile, it all depends on your perspective. That's why it's so hard to make precise recommendations, precise advice to each one of you, because we have different place. Okay, it's still you who, it depends on your emotion. That's why this whatever this stock market is really uh, a mind game and an emotion game. Whoever has the most stable emotion wins. What is this? Johan, what are you saying? Better late than pregnant is what I used to say. There's last na ICT, ma'am. It's okay. ICT. Okay, well, we were able to look at it earlier, but I can check it out again for you. Very well said, Miss JD, on cut loss topic. I'm just saying the facts of life in the world of trading. People say cut your loss, but hey, heck no. Sometimes when it's already around 20%, 30%, in reality, are you gonna really cut your loss? I'm gonna wait. But again, don't even allow for that situation to happen. That's why cut your loss early, because it's so hard to cut it and it's already at 20%, 30%. Okay, ICT. ICT is giving us some weakness here. I remember I already talked about this, but I'll try to recall and see my consistency in my perspective. I'd like to use my MA20 line here as our area of support, um, which is very near 3 point away, or lower than where it is at right now. Okay, but don't get in yet, because I'd like us to wait for a green candlestick to come out before we really confirm that it is a good time to buy. Okay, this one, oh, X date is done, March 31st. Yes, the cut loss is the hardest thing to do in stock market. Yep. Okay. So, any other requests, you guys? You want to say hi to them? Okay. Are you sure you don't have any more questions? Okay. There. Mac Dong says, can you read it? So, beside me is my daughter. Why are you so shy? Just want to say hi to them? No, they can't hear you. Just read this. Just read the message. The last message. Hi. Oh, there. Wait, which one should I read? This one, the second to the last one. Ah, you cannot be a YouTuber. I don't want to be a YouTuber. Okay, yeah, Dong, yes, I'll check out Mac for you. And yep, so Fishbone and you have the same request, Mac. And then Meg for Carlos. Meg. Okay, although I already reviewed Mac, but I can open that again. There. We're sitting at a constricted Bollinger Band. You see that? Very constricted. And you're sitting at the MA20 line, so this is still a support level. Now, I feel that it might just move within this range first. Sometimes it stays at the a constricted Bollinger Band for a long time before it breaks out of it. Like this one, it took how many months sitting at the constricted Bollinger Band, and then all of a sudden there's a massive decline. So I'm thinking 4.65 is our area of support, which is very near where it is at right now. But um, as always, wait for a green candlestick to confirm a bounce. You know what's interesting, guys? While we are at a constricted level, look at how volume is manifesting. People are showing interest in the stock, starting to um, probably accumulate volume at the moment. It started doing that from this range, from April 13th. So I just feel that one of these days, it'll just spike up in price. Okay, I feel that that is coming really really soon. Meg, what is happening to Meg? You're very near. I'm sorry. Let's use this as our support for Meg. 2.64. Okay, do you see that? Used to be your resistance right here, and there was a support built in this area too, but it just so happened that there was a breakdown in price, and we quickly recovered right after a few days and managed to even break that price level. And same as what I've drawn before, goes up, might revisit, and moves up again. Okay, so I think this is just doing some sideways. It's an area, right? So it could be slightly higher than that or exactly at the 2.62 level before it shoots up again. Buying is already happening. So yeah, maybe you can start watching this. Let me see. Alex Jesus, I'm late done with Dito, ma'am. Okay, let me show that to you very quickly. So we've plotted two areas for Dito. Well, this is a bearish candlestick. We know that, right? And because we managed to break out of our short-term resistance, so your previous resistance can act as a support, which is at 2.08. If that breaks down, then try to catch it at 1.76 level. And same with MBT. We already checked it out. There, you're sitting at a support, but if it breaks that, your next drop is 35.87. Okay? I had checked at 18 before, so hard to cut. After a few months, it became 6 peso. I don't know what's... At 18. So do you still have tech? Or did you start averaging down? Paul, you do. Are you still holding onto the stock? Wakato Shinji. Yep, I think, someday when we become successful, we have our own stories to tell. And if you have not experienced that, no action. But then again, yeah, this is part of the journey. All of us have experienced that at one point. And yeah, even to this day, I am open to you guys. You know that my Jollibee is red at the moment, but hey, that's Jollibee. I'm not even scared. So I know that when this is over, we will be able to recover. But it's just about how patient you are. That's the big question. How patient can you get? Are you willing to wait? Now, go back again to your objective. Why are you there? So if you are there to purely trade, stick to your plan. Cut your loss early, because I tell you, it's so hard to cut when it's already 30 to 50% lower than your entry price. Oh yes, average down. You did average down. Paul mentioned. Now it's around 10. Okay, you're very close to that. I hope there's a breakout play ball. We're sitting at the resistance, and two things can happen here. Who knows? We will have a breakout play. Okay. Otherwise, 7.28. If you believe in tech, um, I saw some. It's sometimes you get to read some articles for the stocks you're trading and some posts. Um, there are a lot of promising news around tech as well, but I just didn't have the time to deep dive on those. A lot of promising content I've been planning to do, but I've already started doing that. I talked about last Sunday. I talked about when to know when a price is or a stock is overvalued or undervalued. Maybe you can check that out. But um, I might also go and deep dive into these stocks and talk about fundamentals. I'm still um, thinking about it. You are not alone. Fishbone, avocado, you're not alone. RLC, ma'am. Okay. RLC. Just doing, this is still considered sideways movement, and we're looking at this level 14.87 as our support area, which is very near. Um, and yeah, you can start accumulating volume in this level. Looking healthy in your RSI, as well as your volume is starting to decline. So maybe it'll revisit, yeah, it might revisit 14.87. Okay? There's foreign buying, hey. Alright, got my confirmation. Ricardo, what was the stock you're looking at, Ricardo? Let's have a Zoom conference next time. I don't comb my hair when I do live, so I have to I have to prepare myself to be on camera. Thanks, Miss JD. Ricardo, what was your stock? I forgot. Anyway, all right, guys. I think that is it for tonight. This is one of the most engaging, productive. As always, I'd say we're always productive, but I like how engaged you are tonight, and I hope you continue the same rigor every day. Don't be shy whenever you're in this live stream. It's fun when people are engaging with with me as I review. Thanks, Midge JD. Always need to sleep na mamalengke pa bukas ng umaga. More power to everyone. Hey, you make sure to wear the full gear so that you're protected. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Super big help and good night. Yes. Good night, everyone. And I will eat my dinner. It's just dinner time for me. Okay? Bye bye for now. Yay. Bye bye.